So good morning everyone. Welcome to our maths class and after your winter holidays, it is our first class. And if you remember in last class we have completed statistics. And one more thing, if there is any doubt, any problem in statistics, you are most welcome in your live session. Today only we will have a live class also. So if you are having any doubt, you can discuss all these things in your live session from the statistics or from today's topic, whatever I am going to discuss today. So one more topic is left in this section A, and then after we will start section B and section C separately. And definitely I have to upload then two videos for section B and section C separately in each and every class, I can say. So today I am going to discuss about the probability, and what I am thinking that probability is not new word for you. Previously in class 9th and 10th we had discussed about the probability, and it was told you that probability means almost it is possibilities of doing any work or occurring any things. So now again we are going to discuss about the probability, and now thing is that's level of the question, level of the things will be little bit up in this class 11th probability. If you remember in class 10th we discussed about that probability of any event is like that's favorable outcome upon total outcome. Now here we will discuss about the total outcome as sample space. Now one word will come, sample space and random experiment. So first of all I would like to tell you what is called the random experiment, what is called the sample space, and then after that first exercise is totally depend on the sample space only. In first exercise, in each and every questions we have to write the different type of the sample space. And then after in second exercise we will discuss about the events also, what is the events and how many types of events are there. And then in third exercise we will start to find the probability of these events. And some theorems will be there, what we have to discuss in these classes. But today I am going to discuss about the first of all, that's a experiment, what is the experiment and what is the random experiment. These things I want to discuss with you people. Actually, if we are doing any action or any operations which results are defined, then it is called the experiment. If we are having well defined result in any action or any experiment, then it is called the experiment. And the same time, if we are doing any experiment and the result is it's possible to we will have a result more than one. It's maybe 2, it's maybe 3, it's maybe 4, and we can't predict or we can't tell previously before experiment I can say yeah this will be the result. So such type of experiments are called the random experiment. Like for example, if we are throwing or tossing a coin sorry, so there are two possibilities, either head will come or tail will come, but we don't know exactly what will come. So both condition, what I told you that first condition was there more than one result is possible, and second is there that we can't predict what will come. So such type of experiments are called the random experiment. We are having some more example for that, like if we are throwing a die, so 6 possibilities are there, 6 outcome can come. It may come 1, it may come 2, it may come 3, it may come 4, it may come 5, and it may come 6 also. But exactly we don't know what will come. It will declare when we will throw a die. After that only we can see yeah that 5 has come, 4 has come, 3 has come, whatever is there. So such type of experiments are called the random experiment. Now the next point is sample space. As I told you that sample space, I can say it's not new for you. The way of writing that previously we had discussed about the total outcome. In previous class also we had discussed if we are throwing a die, then total number of outcome will be 6. Now we will discuss what will be the outcome. Previously we were discussing about the number of outcome. Now we will discuss what will come. When we will throw a die, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all these numbers can come. So these 6 means counting of this outcome were called the total outcome. Now when we will write these outcome in the set, in the form of set, then it will be called the sample space. And for each and every experiment, sample space will be represented by S. It will be represented by S, capital S. And as I told you one thing, when we will throw a die, so when we will throw a die, so sample space will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. If I am just tossing a coin, sample space will be simply either H or T. If I am tossing two coins together, sample space will be HH. Two coins mean on first H and second H, on first H on second T, on first T on second H, on first T and second T both. And the same outcome will come if only one coin will toss two times. Like when the single coin will toss two times, so that time we will use one word: first time head, second time head. First time head, second time tail. First time tail, second time head. First and second both time tail. So in the first exercise, as I told you that each and every questions are depend on sample space only. Again I am repeating myself, sample space is not new for you. It's a totally like total outcome what we have learned previously. But in previous days, in total outcome we are writing only the number of outcome, how many outcome will come. Now we will write all these outcome in the form of set, and that set will be called sample space. That set will be called sample space. And now I'm going to do some question for you people, and then after we will discuss about the events. As I told you in the first exercise, all these questions are there where we have to find sample space only. I'm just doing the first question for you people. There are 10 parts and I'd like to explain these, and then after as I told you too many times that you should solve the question, and if there is any problem you can ask. Two coins are tossed. I wrote here for 2 points. This can be the first part of the question. The second one is that one coin is tossed twice. Again the same result will be there. I told you. Third one is there a coin tossed 3 times. Now I am writing for third part. If a coin tossed 3 times, simple space will be there. First time head, second time head and third time head. First time head, second time head, third time tail. First time head, second time tail and third time head. First time head, second time tail, third time tail. Now, first time tail, second time tail and third time tail. First time tail, second time tail, third time head. First time tail, second time tail and third time head. And the first time tail, I made some mistake here, I think. That will be HT and that will be HH. You can see all these events are different or not. It is up to you. And now one thing is there, how can we come to know that how many elements will be there in the sample space when we are just doing any experiment. Now I know that's when I'll throw one coin, I'll toss one coin, then outcome will be 2. Now I'm just going to toss 2 coins. Number of element in a sample space will be 2 to the power 2. That 2 is total outcome in tossing one coin, either the same coin will toss two times or two coins will toss together, that will be 4. If 3 times, it will come 2 to the power 3. Then element will be 8. You can see here I was having 1, 2, 3, 4 element. When I toss a coin 2 times or 2 coins tossed together. Now, if a coin will toss 3 times or 3 coins together, then we will have this simple space, and here number of element will be 8. Okay, you have got all these things very clearly. Now I am having some more thing to discuss with you people. A card is drawn from the deck of the playing cards and its color is noted. Now, to write the simple space, only two colors are there. Either it will be red or it will be, I can say, black. If I am talking about the colors. Okay. Now, few more things are there. What I want to discuss with you people, like question number 2 is there in front of you. Question number 2, a box contains 1 red and 3 identical white ball. 2 balls are drawn one by one without replacement. Write the simple space for this experiment. Listen me very carefully what I want to say. One word is there, identical. One word is there, identical. If identical word is not there, so I can use that white ball are distinguish easily. Now if it is identical, we can't find the difference between them. All these are the same, so I can I'm just going to discuss one thing with you because that will be really helpful for you. Listen very carefully what I want to say. If identical word is not there, if identical word is not there, actually in the box I am having 1 red ball and 3 white balls. And if these 3 white balls are not identical, so that can be written as W1, W2 and W3. These are the 3 white ball and R is the red. So I may write a simple space like that. R W1 W1 R, R W2 W2 R, R W3 W3 R. But unfortunately in our question it's not like that. In our question it is written we are having 3 identical white ball. It means this will be defined as question number 2. I can write only 1 red ball is there. Simple space is equal to first ball will be red and second will be white. First will be white and second will be red. First will be white and second will be white. This one can be there. I don't think I'll get any other number except this, because it is identical. Word is there, identical. We can't find any difference between 2 balls, so that's why all balls will be either first will drawn or second will drawn. Even we can't define which one is the first, which one is the second, which one is the third. All are same. So in this way we can write the simple space for each and every question. Let me write one more question, then you may get some more thing. I am going to do question number 4 for you people. It's written in a team. There are 2 boys and 2 girls. In team B, there is 1 boy and 3 girls. First, a team is chosen and then participate. Then write the simple space for this. Now, actually in this one again I am repeating my question. we are having two teams. In the first team there are two boys and two girls. In second team only one boy is there and three girls are there, and I have to just choose one team of one boy and one girl, and it's written very clearly one thing, that is a participant, only one I have to choose, and we have to write the simple space, but it's written ki first a team is chosen, so team will be either A or B, and then a participant will be either a boy or a girl. Let me tell you one thing. In question number 4, in the first group I am having two boys and two girls. Boys will be B1, B2 and G1, G2. In B, only one girl, boy is there, it's B3, and three girls are there, G3, G4 and G5. Only one I have to choose. I may write here simple space is equal to B1, B2, G1, G2, B3, G3, G4 and G5. With comma I can write. But since one word is there, that first team, if I select team A, then A, from A, one boy, first boy will come. From A, second boy, from A, first girl, and from A, only second girl can come. Now from B, team B, either the boy will come, or first girl will come, or second girl will come, or third girl will come. It can be written like that. Even one more thing I can do, if I am just writing here A and B, no need to write 3, 4 and 5. Because, listen me carefully. Previously I wrote there B1, B2, G1, G2, B3, G3 and G4 and G5. And before that I show that B1, B2 and G1, G2 are the element of A, B3, G3, G4, G5 are the element of B. If I am taking here A, B1, A, B2 and A, G1, A, G2, it is for team A. For team B, at the place of B3 we may write B1 also, because in B I can take, okay, B1 is an element, G1 is an element, G3 is a girl, G4 is a girl. G1, G2, G3 are the girls. So B1, BG1, BG3 and BG4. If you are writing, this is also correct, because B1 means what? Boy from the team B. BG1 means what? First girl from the team B. BG2 means what? Second girl from team B. BG3 means third girl from team B. That is one option, or you may write in this way. Both are correct for you people. So these are the few things what I have told you, and rest of the question I am leaving for you people. Only we have to write the simple space. Again I am repeating myself, only we have to write the simple space. Total outcome you have to write. If you are having anything, then I want to do one more question, that is question number 8. In question number 8 it is written there, the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 are written separately on 4 slips of the paper. The slips are put in the box and mixed thoroughly. A person draws 2 slips from the box, one after other without replacement. It means replacement what? If suppose that I am doing that replacement, so whatever number we had got just now, the same number we can get again. Same number we can get again. Like if we draw the first one as 1, so second also can come 1. But here it's written without replacement. It means if first one is 1, so second cannot be 1. If first one is 2, second cannot be 2. Okay. So your question is there. Okay, there are 4 slips, and on each slips we have written 1, 2, 3, 4. And your question is there, then it's put in a box and it's thoroughly mixed, and then after a person draws 2 slips from the box without replacement. Simple space can be written as First he has got 1, then second one is 2, first is 1, then second is 3, first is 1, then second is 4. First is 2, second is 1, first is 2, second is 3, first is 2, it is 4. In the same way, so when first one will be 3, it can be 1, 3, 2, 3 and 4. And 4, 1, 4, 2 and 4, 3. Hope you have got my point. If replacements are allowed, then 1 can come. First one will be 1, second can also be 1. 2 can come. First one will be 2, second can also 2. 3 and 4 also possibilities are there. But it's not, it's written very clearly that replacement is not allowed. That's why we can't take. Now, as I told you in the first exercise, only we have to write the sample space. Now I am going to discuss about the events and the type of event. And after discussing all these things, events and types of events, in third exercise we will learn to write the probability of all these, and that formula will be there. Probability of any event is equal to number of the element in the event upon number of element in sample space, and by this one only we can get the result. Now, what is the event? If in simple word I can explain, events means what? Events are the subset of sample space. That much is over. Events are the subset of sample space. No need to write anything more. I think in your book also it's written events of the sample space. Yeah, the same thing is there. What is the event? Subset of the sample space. Now, if I am just going to discuss with you people something, suppose that I wrote there, we are throwing a die. If I will throw a die, sample space will be definitely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now, if I want to write an event where getting an odd number, it will be represented by a 1, 3, 5. Now tell me, it is the subset of sample space or not? Or another event, getting a number which is more than 4, 5 and 6, is or not? So all these events are subset of sample space. You should have in your mind, all these events are the subset of sample space. Always you should have in your mind. Now, we are going to discuss about the types of the events. And in this one, few things are very important for you. Simple event and compound event. And after knowing that simple and compound event, we will discuss few more things that will be really important for you. Simple event, if an event have a single one element, it is called the simple event. Now if I write in throwing a die that a number which is more than 5, definitely only 6 will come. This is called the simple event. If I am asking one thing, an event in a throwing a die, we will get a number which is less than 2. That is also only 1 will come, and it is called the simple event. If I will say in throwing a die, event of getting even prime number, only one number is there, 2, which is even and prime, so I can say it is simple event. But at the same time we can discuss about the compound event, an event in which we are having 2 or more than 2 elements. This is called the compound event. Like if I'll write here, this one can be called the compound, this one can be called the compound. These both are called the compound event. Then after we will discuss about the sure event. What is the sure event? Actually, if the number of elements in event is equal to the number of element in a sample space, or I can say all the elements of the sample space are the element of the events, then such type of events are called sure event. And keep in your mind, the probability of sure event will be always 1. In previous class you must have heard about it, that probability will never negative, it will never more than 1. It can be 0, it can be 1, but the cases are there. If it is sure event, it will be 1, and if it is impossible event, then it will be 0. Why impossible event? If there is no element in any event, then it is called the impossible event. Like when I'll throw a die, then find the probability of getting a number which is more than 6. Now this event is impossible. We can't get any number which is more than 6 in throwing a die. So in this case I can write, in this event we are having 0 element, means number of E is equal to 0 and number of S definitely it will be I can say 6. So probability of the impossible event will be 0 always. Let me tell you again what is the sure event and what is the impossible event. Sure event, simply I can say, in this event that simple space will be the event. All the element of the simple space will be the element of the event. Okay, for example I can say in throwing a die, find the probability of getting a number which is less than or equal to 6. 1 can come, 2 can come, 3 can come, 4 can come, 5 can come, and 6 can come. And the same elements will come in simple space also. So I can say here event and simple space both are same, and such type of events are called the simple space, sure event. And as I told you, impossible event, in impossible event we will not have any element. There will be no any element. Such type of I can say events are called the impossible event. Okay, now the next point is there, mutually exclusive event. What is the mutually exclusive event? I want to tell you, this is an important part of this one. Mutually exclusive and mutually exhaustive, and exclusive and exhaustive both. Okay, listen me carefully. If S is the simple space and E1, E2 are more than some more are there, E3 can be there, and if E1 union E2 union E3 and dot is equal to simple space, then I can say E1 E2 or E3. Suppose that I am talking about only 2. So here you can see, if E1 union E2 is equal to simple space, then I can say it is mutually exhaustive events. It is exhaustive event. At the same time, if I get E1 intersection E2 is equal to 5, then I can say it is mutually exclusive events. And if the both are there, this one and this one both are there, then I can say it is mutually exclusive and exhaustive. Let me tell you with one example. Suppose that I am having a die and I am throwing it. So definitely simple space will be 1, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Even with the event of getting an odd number, I can write 1, 2 and 3. E2 with the event of getting an 1, 3 and 5. 2, 4 and 6. Now see here the first thing, if I find E1 union E2, I'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That will be S or not. See, is it S or not? I can say E1 and E2 are exhaustive event. At the same time, you can see E1 intersection E2 is equal to 5. I can say it is mutually exclusive. But at the same time, you can see both are possible in the same. So these two are called, E1 and E2 are called the mutually exclusive and exhaustive event. These are the some important point what we have to discuss with you people. Now, few more point before moving to the question. I want to discuss with you people. R and N. If I am talking about R means the union, N means intersection. Always you should keep in your mind. Suppose that I am having two events A and B, and if somewhere I am writing A and B, it means A intersection B. If I am writing somewhere A or B, it means A union B. Always you should keep in your mind. Always you should keep in your mind A but not B. A but not B means A but not B means A minus B. If suppose that I am writing B but not A, it is B minus A. So these are the few things what we have to discuss here, and already I have discussed almost each and everything. One more thing is there, not. Two things are there, and in previous class also, I think in class 10th, you must have heard about that odd in favor and odds in against. So that times it was discussed कि if I am having probability of A, and suppose that I am writing here probability of A bar is probability of not A, or it can be written as probability of A dash. All these three are same, and if we are adding these two, probability of A plus probability of A bar means not A, it will be always 1. So not A means what? If I am just taking an events and the occurring of events will be represented by A, so not occurring of that events can be represented by A bar, and this is called the complement also. Since I am talking about the simple space, when we will throw a die, definitely I will get S is equal to 3, 4, 5 and 6. If A is the event of getting an odd number, so A bar means what? Definitely it will be an even number, and this A bar can say, or A dash can say complement of the events. This can be called the complement also. So these are the few things what I want to discuss with you people, and I want to do some question also. And after doing this question, give an examples of impossible event. As I told you, when we will throw a die, so getting a number which is more than 6 in throwing a die, that event will be the impossible. We can't get more than 6 when we will throw a die. Okay, so such type of events are called impossible event. Given examples of sure event, again I am just repeating the same thing. Getting a number which is less than or equal to 6 in throwing a die. All these will come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And definitely that event will be equal to the sample space. Then I can say it is sure event. Now question number 3 is there. It's written a coin is tossed. Write the sample space and all possible events. All possible events. Listen me very carefully. We learn one thing, that events are the subset of sample space. So when I toss a coin, only one coin here is question number 3 is there. That second exercise, it is 15.2. I am talking about 15.2. Question number 3 I am writing. Sample space will be H and T. Either we will get a head or we will get tail. Hope you are getting it. Now your question is there, write all the possible events. I think in class 11th we had learned one thing. In class 11th, in starting of this session, when we discuss about the sets, so we discuss about the number of possible subset of given sets. That is also the 2 to the power n, where n is the number of element. If here I write 2 to the power n, n is the number of element, so 2 will be there, 2 to the power 2 will be 4. 4 should be there. Now see, one event will be empty. That can be called the impossible event. We are not getting anything. If I'll get head, if I'll get tail, and if I'll get head or tail, E4. Now tell me, all these possibilities are there or not? All these possibilities are there or not? Say yes or no. So that first one is called the impossible event. Fourth one is called the sure event. So these are the few things what I have discussed with you people. And now few more things are there. Some question I have to do in this exercise. So again, I'm just giving the same things to you people. Please go through the things, and in live session you can discuss your problem. If there is anything you may discuss in live session, and side by side some more questions I'll do in today's live sessions. Okay, thank you, have a good day.